What if that heartbreaking ponytail cutting moment in Rebels wasn't really about Kanan finally stepping up as a full Jedi, but about a grown man quietly ending the survival lie that had protected a scared 14-year-old Padawan for 14 long years? Guys, today we're unpacking a hidden layer from the Kanan comics that completely reframes one of the most emotional scenes in Star Wars Rebels. Stick with us because by the time we're done, you'll never look at that final sacrifice the same way again. We're talking real survival psychology, the quiet weight of living a double life, and the moment Caleb Dume finally lets go of the mask called Kanan Jarrus. Grab your favorite warm drink, settle in, and let's take this deep dive together.
Folks, I've rewatched that Jedi Night scene more times than I can count, and I die inside every time I watch it. But once I really sat with the comics, it hits on a whole different level. This changes everything about how I see his journey.
Let's ease into the context first. In Rebels Season 4, during the intense episode Jedi Night, Kanan finds a serene moment amid the chaos of rescuing Hera. He pulls out a dagger, enters deep reflection, and with calm, deliberate strokes, he cuts away his signature long ponytail and trims that rugged beard. On the surface, most of us read it as this beautiful symbolic gesture, the former Jedi Knight finally embracing his true identity again before the ultimate sacrifice. But the Kanan, the Last Padawan comic series pulls back the curtain on something far more intimate and far more human. It's not just symbolism, it's the end of a very practical, very painful survival strategy born in the ashes of Order 66.
Dan, it's not about becoming a Jedi. It's about finally stopping the pretending that kept him breathing all those years.
Imagine this, the clones have just betrayed the Jedi Order. Blaster fire echoes through the chaos. Master Depa Billaba has sacrificed herself to buy her Padawan precious seconds to escape. 14-year-old Caleb Dume is running across the war-scorched surface of Kaller, heart pounding, mind reeling, completely lost in a galaxy that now wants him dead simply for who he is. He ducks into the shadows, trying to catch his breath, when a rough-edged smuggler named Janus Kasmir crosses his path. Instead of turning him in, Kasmir eventually takes the terrified boy under his wing. But Kasmir is no fool. He quickly spots a dangerous little habit. Every time Caleb feels stressed or has to spin a lie to hide his Jedi past, his hand drifts up almost automatically, and he starts nervously running his fingers through that loose, unstyled hair. In the old temple days, it might have been harmless. In the new empire, it's a death sentence. Bounty hunters, inquisitors, imperial spies, any one of them could notice that tell and end everything in a heartbeat.
Poor kid, 14 years old, carrying fresh trauma that would break most adults, and the entire galaxy hunting him. I can't even imagine trying to survive that.
Kasmir, street-smart survivor that he is, gives the boy some blunt, life-saving advice. Tie that mess back, kid. Ponytail. Keep it tight. Hides the twitch. That simple, practical suggestion becomes the very first building block of an entirely new identity. Caleb Dume begins the slow transformation into Kanan Jarrus, the cocky, sarcastic, force-suppressing smuggler who never talks about his past and never lets anyone get too close. That ponytail wasn't a fashion choice. It was tactical armor designed to protect the last surviving piece of a dead order.
And that ponytail? It wasn't fashion at all. It was straight-up survival armor. The kind you don't even realize you're still wearing years later.
Here's something worth reflecting on right now. How many little habits or pieces of your own daily appearance are quietly protecting something deeper inside you? We all carry small shields like that. We'll circle back to why that matters. For the next several years, Kanan lives completely behind that protective ponytail. He drifts through the outer rim, picking up odd smuggling jobs, staying one step ahead of Imperial patrols. He suppresses his Force connection so deeply that it almost fades into the background. Every time a conversation drifts too close to his real history, that hair stays tied back like a constant silent reminder. Don't slip up. Don't reveal yourself. The comics beautifully illustrate this slow erosion of identity. Kanan isn't just hiding from the Empire. In many ways, he's hiding from the boy he used to be. He grows the hair longer, styles it to fit the classic rugged smuggler look, makes it part of the character he plays every single day. But at its core, it started as that tactical fix suggested by a smuggler on the worst night of his life. Every morning he tied it back, he was still living the protective lie that had saved him.
I love how the comics don't shy away from showing the emotional cost. He's not just running from Storm or clone troopers, he's running from himself. And that ponytail becomes this mute symbol of the distance he's put between who he was and who he's pretending to be.
Think about the psychology of it. Trauma often forces us to adapt in small, practical ways just to keep going. Kanan's ponytail was one of those adaptations. It kept him alive through years of paranoia, close calls, and constant movement. Meanwhile, the Empire grows bolder. Inquisitors hunt down every remaining Jedi. Kanan keeps drifting, keeps the ponytail tight, keeps surviving, until the day his path crosses with a determined Twi'lek freedom fighter named Hera Syndulla, and that's when the first real cracks begin to appear in the armor he built.
Man, that's heavy. I'm sitting here getting emotional already, and we're barely into the story.
Fast forward to the early days of the Ghost Crew, Kanan has found something he never expected, a real family. He's mentoring young Ezra Bridger, fighting side by side with Sabine Wren and Garazeb Aurelios, and falling deeply in love with Hera. Life on the Ghost feels like home for the first time since the Temple, yet every single morning he still ties that ponytail back without even thinking about it anymore. The motion has become automatic, invisible, just part of the routine, until the Force itself starts calling him back home. The Lothwolves appear with their ancient wisdom. Mysterious visions shake him. Conversations with the Bendu force him to confront the Jedi he left behind. You can almost feel the original Caleb Dume pushing harder and harder to break through the surface.
The Lothwolves, those visions, the Bendu, everything is pulling the old Caleb out of hiding. It's powerful stuff.
The more Kanan reopens himself to the Force, the more that old survival habit begins to feel wrong. The ponytail no longer matches the man he's slowly becoming again, but he's still wearing it, still carrying that original piece of the lie that once kept him safe. It's like wearing the same pair of shoes you outgrew years ago. They protected you once, but now they pinch and restrict every step forward. And here's where the emotional tension really begins to climb. Kanan starts to understand on a deep level that fully stepping back into the light means he has to release the very thing that kept him alive in the darkness all those years.
That shoe metaphor is perfect, Dan. It just clicks.
Guys, the comics make it clear this isn't some sudden revelation, it's a slow, painful realization built over seasons of growth, loss, and reconnection. Now we arrive at the fateful night of the mission to rescue Hera from Governor Price's tower on Lothal. The stakes have never been higher. The crew is stretched thin and in real danger. Kanan has just experienced that profound communion with the Lothwolf, a moment of clarity that tells him this mission will likely cost him everything. He knows in his bones what's coming.
The look on his face during that scene. You can tell he's already found some kind of peace with it.
Away from the others for a brief moment, Kanan sits down. He draws a dagger. With calm, almost meditative movements, he cuts away the long ponytail and trims the beard that had become part of his identity. This isn't a grand public ceremony. No one else sees it. It's an intensely private act between him and the man he used to be. He's not doing it to look more like a Jedi for the crew. He's doing it because in these final hours, he no longer needs the lie. He's choosing to face whatever comes next as Caleb Dume, the real version of himself, not the carefully constructed smuggler persona that kept him hidden for so long.
That part absolutely destroys me every time. It feels so intimate, like he's saying a quiet goodbye to an old friend who protected him for 14 years. The kind of moment that stays with you.
There's something profoundly human about that choice. After years of running and pretending, he decides the last thing he wants to carry into the end is the mask. The tension keeps rising as we reach the final confrontation. The fuel pod is destabilizing, threatening to take out the entire platform and everyone on it. Kanan reaches out with the Force, holding back the massive explosion long enough for his family to escape to safety. In those glowing final seconds, with his shorter hair and clean-shaven face, he looks strikingly like the young Padawan we saw in the comic flashbacks. Bright-eyed, determined, and fully present. No more hiding, no more nervous tics to conceal, no more mask between him and the Force or the people he loves. He smiles softly. He lifts his arms in a gesture of complete acceptance. And in that moment, he becomes one with the Force once more as the authentic Caleb Dume.
He's finally himself again, right as he's leaving us. That's the real gut punch of the whole scene.
No more layers, just pure, honest connection in his last breath.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Okay, fine. Maybe both of us are. This one hits deep.
So here's the real truth that the comics reveal behind that moment so many of us thought was purely symbolic. Kanan didn't cut his ponytail simply to become a better Jedi. He cut it to stop pretending to be someone he never truly was in his heart. That ponytail began as a practical survival tactic, a suggestion from a street-smart smuggler on the worst night of a boy's life. It kept him alive through years of running, hiding, and suppressing who he was, and he only chose to remove it when he was finally ready to die, without any lies left between him and the people who mattered most. It's a silent, powerful act of reclaiming identity right at the edge of eternity.
That's exactly the kind of layered emotional storytelling that makes Star Wars feel so real, man. It's never just about lightsabers and epic battles. It's about trauma, identity, resilience, and the courage to be yourself even when it costs everything.
Go back and rewatch Jedi Night with this context fresh in your mind. When Kanan raises his hand and that gentle, knowing smile crosses his face as the flames rise around him, you'll feel the full emotional weight of 14 years of careful pretending finally falling away in the last seconds of his life. It transforms the entire scene from powerful to profoundly moving. If this deeper, more intimate look at Kanan Jarrus and the hidden lore behind his final choice resonated with you, let us know in the comments. Tell us your favorite Kanan moment or which Order 66 survivor you want us to explore next. Bill and I genuinely read every comment. They keep us motivated to dig even deeper. And if you're enjoying these cozy explorations of the Star Wars galaxy's lesser-known layers, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We've got an entire series planned on other survivors of Order 66 and the secret burdens they carried for years afterward.
Yeah, I'm already getting excited thinking about editing the next one. This kind of lore just gets me every single time. Take care, folks.
Until next time, keep asking those deeper questions about the galaxy far, far away. May the Force be with us all. We'll see you in the next one.